Well, hello and welcome back to day 6 of our 30-day accelerator. Now, what we're diving into today is building out your first product, okay? Something like a course or perhaps a membership. Now, building out a product inside of Kajabi is going to take us a few days. We're not going to do it all today, bit by bit, but I do like to start pretty early on with building out the product because a lot of the other stuff that you're going to want to work on inside of your account, things like sales pages and checkouts and funnels, they all come together much more easily if you already know what you're selling, okay? If you're clear on what that product is, that end product that people are going to buy. So that's why we start pretty early on with the product and work backwards. So let me dive into my brand new Kajabi demo account and let's get started building our product. All right, so here we are back inside of my demo account. Now from this dashboard, you can just click here on create product if you want to, but just so you know where it is, it's over here in the sidebar in that products section. And if you click on that, it's going to expand for you into the various categories. Now, all we need to do is hit this get started button and it's going to ask us what kind of product we would like to create. And you have the option of creating a course product. Now, course, membership, you're probably going to choose this first one for both of those if what you want to do for your membership is create something like a resource library. Okay, so for a resource library or an A to Z style of course, I would usually go with a course product. A community, you'd probably, associate that with a membership, but community is more like a forum style of product or an alternative to a Facebook group. It's very organized. It's definitely worth having a look at. You can do all sorts of things inside of the community product. You can host challenges and you can have a leaderboard, so that you can give away monthly prizes. You can have events, you can go live, you can do all sorts of stuff. And it's rapidly evolving, the community product. But the one that we are going to look at today is the course. And then separately, Kajabi also have podcast products and coaching products, whether that's one-on-one or now cohort-based. Now, once you choose your product type, I just scroll down a little bit and we click to get started. Okay, so the first thing that Kajabi is going to ask you for is the title of your course and a description. Now, those two things are going to come up at the top of your course product when students are in the course. They'll also come up in the student library, okay? So when somebody logs in for the first time and they're in their student library, if they own multiple products of yours, make sure you do give it a title and a description that's going to make it easily identifiable to the student. Once you have populated both of those, you can decide whether or not you would like Kajabi to give you a starting structure, using its AI intelligence. Do you want it to have a bit of a guess or an assumption based on the information that you've given it as to the modules and the lessons that would make sense? Or would you prefer to start from a blank slate, start from scratch and just build it out yourself? Now that's what we are going to do. So I'm going to uncheck this box. I'm going to give our course a title. All right, so once you've populated both of those things, click next. Okay, the next thing that Kajabi is asking you for is a little bit of your branding. What is the primary color? You can see there it's going to apply to the buttons and to the links. And what is your accent color, which is going to apply instead of this blue color in the background. So if you have taken a minute inside of your site settings, in site details, to put your color palette will pop up here. We can select our primary color and we can select our, this one, accent color, maybe a little bit darker. Let's go with this one. All right, and then what we're going to do is you would design for your course a thumbnail image that is representing, like the overall course, the overall thumbnail. And that is the image, again, that is going to pop up in the student library when somebody logs in. So we're going to do a bit of graphic design tomorrow. So for the time being, I'm going to leave this empty and we will come back and fill that in later. So once you put your colors in, if you click next, all right, the next thing that Kajabi is asking you is whether or not this is going to be a free course, like a free mini course that you might be using as a lead magnet, or if it's going to be a paid course. Now, you can see here that paid is grayed out. You're not going to be able to set a price for this product unless you've already connected a payment gateway or a payment processor to your Kajabi account. So again, that's done inside of your site settings in the payment integrations area. You'd either need to connect Kajabi payments or Stripe or PayPal. So as long as you've got one of those things connected inside of your account, you'll be able to set up paid offers. In the meantime, you'll have to stick with free, but again, you can come back later and adjust it to paid. All right, so Kajabi now is working its magic in the back end to put the basics of that product together for us. All right, so here we have sort of the skeleton back end of the product. Okay, it doesn't look very exciting at this point. And you can see here that in the background, Kajabi has also created one offer to go with this product. And at this stage, that offer is a free offer. So later, not today, but later, we will be changing that to a paid offer. All right, so if we come down here, you can see that they haven't given us much as a starting structure because I untoggled that little button a minute ago. I said, no, don't worry about giving me a course outline. I'm going to start from scratch. And wherever possible, while I'm with you guys, I think it is important that you understand how to do things from scratch. So up in the top right-hand corner behind the video panel, you're going to see a black button that says Add Content. And if you click on that, you'll see there that you have the option to create modules. Once you've got modules, you can create sub-modules inside of those modules. You can create lessons inside of those modules or sub-modules, and you can create quizzes to test people's knowledge, okay? And quizzes are, a great feature, quite a new feature. Good idea to, consider using quizzes at the beginning of your product to test students' knowledge before they start the program, and then to test them again at the end of the program so that you can demonstrate to them how much they've actually learned. And the last option there is to upload multiple videos. Now, if you are creating, training videos one at a time, you're probably going to upload them into the product one at a time. But if you happen to have already created all of your training videos for your course, then you can upload multiple videos. You can connect to somewhere like Google Drive. In fact, we'll do it just so I can show you. Here, now it's much quicker to import videos, bulk videos, from the cloud than it is to upload them from your PC. So if you've got all of your training videos ready to go, put them somewhere like Dropbox or Google Drive, and then click the button to connect, and we'll give it a second. All right, so once you've connected to Google Drive or your cloud location, you'll be able to filter or go and find the folder that's got your multiple videos in it. Now, I think this one should have a few that we could import. You can only import up to 20 videos at a time. And this particular folder only has, how many is that? 5. So what we can do is, see it at the bottom there, it hasn't started the upload yet. And you can see there at the bottom that it's now started the upload for anything that is shown as an MP4 inside of this folder. So 9%, 15, 17, it gets quicker, I promise. We'll just give it a second. All right, and you can see down there over in the right-hand corner, processing videos may take a while, and it's successfully created a module. So if you do decide to bulk import your videos, they actually just create as a completely brand new module inside of your product. You can see that it's still processing. If I refresh, we might be able to, oh, there we go. All right, so those videos that we brought in are all there. You can see the little video icon to show that a video file now sits inside of that lesson. So that is a quick way to create modules inside of your product if you happen to already have those training videos created somewhere. If you don't, then it's going to be a matter of just as you create your training videos, uploading them into lessons. To rename those modules or the lessons inside of the modules is just as easy as clicking into them. When you click on a module, it's going to bring up a pop-up so that you can give it a new name. It'll also ask you for a thumbnail image. Now we're going to do all the thumbnail graphics tomorrow, so don't worry about that. But go through and give the modules new names, okay, names that make sense, and then also click into each of the lessons and give the lessons a correct lesson name as well. So your task for today is to adjust the module that's already here, this sort of starting module and the lesson inside of it, and then to use that little black button in the top right to add as many modules to this product as you need to for your course, okay, dependent on what your course outline looks like. So go through and add as many modules as you would like. If you feel like a module needs to be broken down further, you can add submodules, and then inside of those modules and submodules to add your lessons. Now, don't worry about quizzes today. We will come back and do quizzes separately. For now, all I'm asking you to do is just to get this starting structure correct. We're going to leave everything as draft for the time being, because on a separate day, we're also going to have a look at the difference between draft, published, dripped, and also locked module content. Okay, so have some fun with this one. This is all I'm asking for today. And then what we're going to do tomorrow is jump back in and do the graphics side of things. Okay, so a little bit lighter tomorrow. All right, guys, so that's the first step of putting together our product. If you can go and just have a play around with the structure, the outline for your course. Don't worry about the graphics, okay, the branding. Don't worry about the status of the lessons. Just get comfortable with putting those modules, submodules, and lessons together. Once you add a module into your product, you can drag it around, drag and drop it, okay? So just get comfortable with the creation of the structure, and we'll be back tomorrow to work on the graphics. I'll see you then.